What's up, friends? Today we are in Englewood, Colorado.
And Englewood is just south of the city of Denver.
And I really like it because if you take Broadway, you got a straight shot through the heart of Denver, Colorado. Or if you take 285, you have a direct shot to the mountains in the foothills of Colorado. So if you want to learn all about the historical value and why so many developers are coming into this area and building these big 3-story townhomes, you gotta stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel. I am Sean Murphy, and today on this episode of Tour That City, we got Matthew Meredith, my business partner, up top. He's going to be joining me today. And so we love doing this stuff. We love touring neighborhoods. We're going to be doing a lot more of it. We're going to be talking about transportation, recreation, parks, schools, every lifestyle, everything you need to know about this neighborhood. You ready to get into it? Let's do it. All right, my hot take on Englewood is it's that city that kind of because it's got these historic houses that if you're looking for something that's like a starter home with a backyard, the gift from the curse is that Englewood doesn't have any HOAs. It doesn't have a whole lot of restrictions on what you can and should do with your property. So you get to do whatever the hell you want. But the downside is that it's zoned for a multi-family home. So what you're seeing out here is some of these houses that are like a single-family ranch-style home that was built maybe around like the 1950s, 60s. But then next door to it, the house was a piece of shit. It got torn down, and a developer threw up this big 3-story duplex monstrosity. And now all of a sudden, your house, if you're in the middle of two of these bad boys, you look like the up house, and you got people that are looking 3 stories down into your backyard, kind of killing the vibe. So that is like the good thing and the bad thing. All right, we are outside of the Englewood Civic Center, which is kind of like the main hub of Englewood. But let me give you a broad overview of where the hell we are in the greater Denver metro area. So Englewood is just south of the city, right along Broadway. The west side is going to be right about Santa Fe, and it's joggy territory, so I'm giving you kind of like broad areas here. The north side is going to be around Evans, the east side is going to be right along Clarkson, and the south end is going to be Bellevue, where you got like Pirates Cove, which is a cool little water park for kids, and just south of that you go into Littleton, or Cornerstone Park, where we have our annual cornhole tournament
every fall,
right before football season. So if you want to get down on that, hit us up. You're more than welcome to come in. But all right, let's get on into Englewood, Colorado. So I told you where we're at. Let's tell you what some of the cool highlights of this area is. Super walkable. When we get into transportation, you got the light rail 100 yards from the light rail here. So this light rail goes right into downtown. So if you're commuting to the city for work or entertainment or whatever, you got you right there. Also, buses come through all the time, drop you off to wherever you need to go within a couple miles of the train station. So that's accessible to you.
It's kind of just like the fringe of the city. So you're like kind of in the city, but you're kind of not in the city. You're not quite burbs, but like you're literally like there's still stuff to do, but it feels burb, but it feels city.
15 minutes. Parking, I think parking is the big difference. Parking is easy. You won't have a hard time parking out here. That's the big differentiator. You have nice lots. Matt, give them a little bit of history. Tell them about the old days.
Take you back to 1858 in Little Dry Creek. William Green Russell found some gold. That is the official start of Englewood, Colorado.
That's how a lot of Colorado started. Just like somebody found gold somewhere, and a lot of people just came to that area, started building a community, also looking for gold. So shout out to Englewood.
Shout out to Green Russell. It's a speakeasy downtown. We talk about it in our 16th Street Mall video.
Oh yeah, you can tell. That was very recent.
Yeah.
What a nice tie back.
In 1883, there was a Cheryl Inn. Broadway kind of goes up at an angle, so there'd be a horse and a buggy, and the horse would pull it up, and then once it got to the top, gravity would pull it down. First pavement and streetlights were installed in 1906. In 1948, 2,500 acres on the Platte Canyon were purchased, and they made the McClellan Reservoir. Englewood provides most of the water of like the South Metro area. The more you know.
But right here you have South Platte River, so running trails, biking trails. This trail will go all the way up to the Cherry Creek Trail, which will take you all the way down to the Cherry Creek Reservoir, which is really far if you just want like a bike path that you can ride in without being affected by any of the traffic. And then there's also the bus depot right behind us as well. So buses are always coming in through here. Zero bus goes right down through the heart of Denver. And so transportation, super duper easy in Englewood. I think the biggest might be Cushing Park up here, or they get Bellevue Park. Yeah, that's a pretty big one. But then there's also Centennial Park, more on the west side of town. And then the South Platte River. It's not a park, but it's a trail. Tyrant's Cove, cool little water park down by the south side of Englewood. So, looks fun.
Englewood is an up-and-coming school right now. When you look at it, it's got some of the things that have held it back. One of the ways that schools is ranked is it's one of the best schools in the area as far as up-and-coming. Everything's new. They have a 1 to 13 teacher ratio right now as well.
1 to 13?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's really good.
And they have a lot of like their sports, their athletics programs, for example, for the high school. Their basketball is #1. It's really up and coming. They're expanding the hospital a lot as well. And like one of the things,
Craig Hospital over here. Yeah,
Yep,
so
Craig, Swedish.
Jobs.
Yeah, lots of jobs.
Hey, so I am here at one of the local bars and restaurants on South Broadway. This is Elise. We're with BREWIBILITY, PIZZABILITY, and great patio. They got food, they got a great seltzer. So definitely a spot that's great to stop by if you want to do work or just hang out. Comedy tonight, right?
Yeah, we have Chris Fonseca.
So tell me about BREWIBILITY.
Yeah, so we're a brewery slash pizza place that hires adults with developmental and fundamental disabilities, and definitely got the best vibes of any brewery I've been to. We started out in Aurora off of I-70 Peoria. My boss married her 2 dreams and opened the first BREWIBILITY, and then she bought this building, and so this is our home base now.
Yeah, it's a great spot too. I really like it. I'm a fan. What time does the pizza shut down?
On the weekends we close at 10. Pizza shuts down about an hour before we
See,
close.
so it's classic.
Yeah,
classic Denver.
Classic.
9 o'clock,
I knew
10
you were
o'clock.
gonna say that.
You're out, you're done.
Outta here.
But still good. So check them out. BREWIBILITY, PIZZABILITY. You guys been here?
Since 1969.
69?
Yeah, this guy's been working here ever since then.
Really? So what do you guys specialize in?
Pipes and tobacco, cigars. We got thousands of cigars from all over the world.
Do you guys have a smoke room?
Yeah, we
Come
have
in?
lounges in the back. You should check them out.
How do you know the difference between a fake Cuban and a real Cuban?
We're not allowed to sell Cubans.
I know, of course, I know, but you know enough.
Yeah, the label, it's, you can really tell.
What are the best? Are they?
Nicaragua is actually even more popular now because they took Cuban seed tobacco and started planting it in the 70s in Nicaragua in the volcanic soil. So Cuba kind of had already grew so much in their soil that it took all the nutrients out. So they put it in Nicaragua, volcanic soil, and it started growing so much better, so much bigger leaves that are perfect for rolling cigars and more flavorful.
I know you didn't learn that shit from a different YouTube video, so give us a like. That's that new stuff that you could only learn here. Alright, and we are right by the Army surplus. This one Matt loves.
Love this place.
Because it's pretty boss for an Army surplus store. And you can get all kinds of like
camping stuff, cooking stuff, cast iron pans, sleeping bag for like $25. Bunch of like warm weather clothes, like stuff that they used in like different armies and things like that.
It's kind of like the Goodwill for like good military,
just like
outdoor equipment.
Yeah.
So
For
check
me,
this
it's
place
outside.
out because for like hitting the Rocky Mountains, this is more antiquated to what you're gonna need.
Totally.
And so you have two sides. This is more like the Goodwill side.
Clothing.
And then if you go in by the surplus sign, that's where you're gonna find more like the camping outdoor equipment.
Boots.
I think what a lot of people try to do is over complicate Italian food.
Sure.
And the truth is, it's the simpler, the better.
Good ingredients. It's like kind of like Papa John's, right?
Yeah.
Better ingredients, better Italian.
Simple,
Yeah.
homemade, top line ingredients. But that's what it's about.
It's really tasty. For $3, it's a steal. Really good bread, really good meatball, good sauce. Just as I said, you know.
Cheese bite.
What'd you get there, Matt?
I got the brawn, recommended by Rico himself. It's good. Got some pastrami and ham, it looks like, cheese and peppers and onions. But it's good.
Alright, so this is Hampton, but it's like there's like 285 and then there's Hampton, and this is like the business street of Hampton where you have the hospital right here, and down this way is where you're going to find most of the new construction townhomes, condos, and apartments in Englewood, which is cool because it's super easy commute right to Broadway, right to the light rail station, like everything is right here. And then there's really cool places popping up like the FEEDERY here, local neighborhood spot. This place is really cool because everything's super healthy. One of the reasons that Denver is one of the most healthy places to live in the country is because we got options like this in all of our neighborhoods. So the FEEDERY, like locally grown, pretty much everything, just artesian menus, and a lot of the ingredients that they use are actually grown in-house. You can see they have a greenhouse on top, and then they have this hydroponic like farm inside, and they also have like live music and all kinds of events over here. So the FEEDERY, super dope. So this is more like a rural type area, like farms and people like
back then.
homesteads starting over in Englewood.
Right, and then Broadway, like we know, goes north and south through the whole city.
Englewood is kind of this great, like, get to anywhere rather quickly neighborhood. So that's what I like about it. I mean, especially like downtown, because we like to go downtown. 15 minutes tops.
I was just gonna say,
even
15
if you grab
from
an
everything.
Uber. An Uber is probably 15 minutes, $15 to get downtown. Guys, let me talk to you about the housing out in Englewood neighborhood. So about 2/3 of the properties are going to be single-family detached homes, and a lot of the single-family homes, they're going to be older. They're going to be like 1950s, 1960s. You'll get some nice frame houses, some stuff with character. So there's really cute houses. You'll find things as small as 750 square feet up to 5,000 square feet. As far as asking price in Englewood, Colorado, for a single-family detached home, you're looking at median price is around $650 this year, 2022 right now. Things are going up, up, up. But I expect that to go up further because just its vicinity to the city and everything that it has to offer. So if you're looking to get Englewood, you need to get in. A lot of the townhomes are going to be down around here off of Hampton and off of Santa Fe. There's a lot of the new ones that are popping up. Most of the townhome condos are going to be built within the last 20 years. So you're getting something that's newer. Most of them are going to be around 800 to 1,500 square feet, and pricing is going to start around like 450,000 plus. So things can get expensive. Things do go quickly here in Englewood, but you got a good mix of every type of housing over here. It's a competitive area too. Most homes in Englewood are going for 107% of the list price. That means if it's listed at $450,000, it's like $65,000 over asking, which makes it a pain in the ass for like veteran buyers that are taking, people love us in Englewood too, which makes it super hard for like first-time buyers that don't have a big down payment, or VA buyers, veterans buyers that are looking to utilize their full veteran benefits. You can still get in, but you gotta have an expert. You gotta have somebody in your corner like us, like Moxie, that can help you out, that is experienced with writing winning offers in this area, because sometimes you just gotta walk away. Sometimes you have somebody that moves to California or New York and they have fat stacks of Uncle Scrooge cash. They can just dive in their money pit, pull out a bag of coins, and they're gonna go $100,000 over asking price on their property, and you can't. So you gotta know your walkaway point, but we are the guys that are gonna find out what you can do with your offer to help you give you the best chance to be competitive and the best chance to win that perfect property that you've been searching for. And we are realtors in the greater Denver metro area, so if you are looking to make the move into Colorado and find the perfect neighborhood, maybe Englewood is it. So whatever it is, call us, reach out to us, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We're happy to help you out, just point you in the right direction so you don't get caught slipping when you move out to Colorado.